Hello everybody, Zinsife here, and I'm here bringing you guys the first segment of this video, which is basically MB Angel of Death is bringing us the screenshots. MB Angel of Death is pretty much the leader of screenshots, okay? This guy's got almost 20,000 people on Instagram following him. It's epic_halo_screenshots. If you haven't followed him already, you gotta follow him. These screenshots are insane, as you can see in the background. The music in the background also is Tobu. The song is Colors. I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I am loving it. I love seeing all this great content coming from these guys. I got a forger on the way. I got a content creator. It's amazing. So definitely enjoy all of these. I hope you guys are enjoying this screenshot. This one's personally my favorite. Whoops, hit the table. This one's personally my favorite, but you know, there's tons of great screenshots. This one's another great one. I'm super excited for all these screenshots. He's an amazing guy. Anyways, the content creator this week is Proximitty. He's a great guy. He shows amazing content, and that's who I wanted to showcase. But the rest of the show will be later on in the video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I love you all. I will see you guys all very shortly. Hello everybody, Zinsife here. I'm here bringing you guys the forger part of the video that I'm doing that is going to showcase everybody. This is the forger part, and this week, the first week, we are showcasing Imarollingstone, and you can see his map in the background. I'm playing Fiesta Slayer on it with one of my good Halo buddies. Recently I found him, and his name is Piercy. Lovely guy, awesome fun, and really funny guy. Anyways, so Fiesta Slayer Afterdrop. So I asked Rolling Stone a couple questions, and here are the questions I asked him. I asked him, how long have you been forging in Halo? And he says, I have been a forger, aka a person who moves blocks, for 5.5 years. I started in Reach and have continued to forge in my spare time. The next question I asked him was, what is your favorite map in Halo 5? And with an extended answer, he said, my favorite map in Halo 5 is Guillotine. Also, although it is a remake of a map from Halo 2, it is exciting to see older maps are viable to make and play in Halo 5 with some adjustments. Alter as another example. I haven't heard of Alter and haven't played on Alter yet, but I'm excited to know what Alter is. I'm assuming one of the other maps. What is your favorite map in Halo in general? He said, my favorite Halo map in general is a three-way tie between Turf, High Ground, and Last Resort. But I'll go with Last Resort to fill the question. I enjoy one flag on the map because it handles its routes in an interesting way. The Warthog must travel around the seawall and has access to the defender's base through a single entrance that must be opened from within the building. While infantry are given traversal options through the seawall and above the routes designated for vehicle space, it is a nice example of tiered movement where the more effective an asset, and my guys, I can't speak right now, where the more effective an asset is, like a Warthog versus a lone gunman, the less options it has to move. This allows for engaging flag runs where the defenders are fighting up and through the seawall to stop the flag carrier if the attackers are using a vehicle to capture the flag. So there's a very in-depth answer on why he likes Last Resort, but that is the exact reason why Last Resort is such a great map, is because of the way that it plays one flag. It plays one flag the best, and there's not a whole lot of maps that I can think of that play a single map the best. or a single game type the best. So, next one was the question of, if you could change one thing about one of the Halo 5 maps, multiplayer maps, what would it be? And he said, I think Halo 5's maps are serviceable, and I do not feel compelled to touch them. But I also think Halo 5's maps lack resourcefulness. For example, in relation to an arena 4v4 Slayer, Halo 4 does not have a turf or a high ground or an orbital. It has a bunch of circular flowing maps, and I agree with a friend I know as Salty. I would like to see more variation than none. I think he makes a very valid point there, and I think him and Salty are on the verge of a good and valid point, where in maps, turf, it wasn't circular. Like, there wasn't a moment where, you just rotate around a map. Like, there was points where you cut through. It wasn't a perfect square or it wasn't a perfect circle. Same with high ground, same with orbital. I think he has a very good point there, and I thank Rolling Stone for that point. The last question he gave a very, very long answer to, which I'm excited to see his thoughts on. The question was, what do you want to see change in the Halo Forge community? And this was his response. I see the Forge community rallying around Halo Customs and Forge Hub. If something is to change, newer forgers need to expose themselves to more varied maps, and not just the ones that are featured on YouTube and other sites. But if you know where to look, I've heard examples from friends where criticism was met with rejection, and that is an expected reaction from my experience. I have seen strong responses to critics from others and from myself, and it comes down to understanding the end attitude. The more aware one is of contrasting designs, the more one has to reference when justifying a design choice. But one must understand why something works in one context to apply successfully that something in another context. It is not in a newer forger's interest to blow off others because of disagreements. It is in one's interest to listen, to see why things are in the vast history of Halo's level design. Even analyzing design and campaign is a fantastic way to build knowledge. Be open and know who is helpful and who wants to help. Thanks for the questions. I shared the favorite Halo map question with some friends and went from there for this interview. I am humbled to have an opportunity to share some thoughts, and I am thinking about this Halo stuff too. I am not an expert by a long shot. I picked up my approach to building maps from playing with hundreds of awesome people from Reach to 5. I am happy to have journeyed through several games and consoles to keep playing with them. Thanks again. So that was Imarollingstone's thoughts, the creator of this map, Afterdrop. This map is in his file share if you want to. His gamertag is linked below. He's an amazing forger. I have been following him for so long. I haven't been able to really connect to him and really contact him, really talk to him as much as I would love to. But as you can see, he really knows his stuff when it comes to this forge. And if he doesn't know it, he knows somebody who knows more than him. His thoughts on his favorite maps are great reasoning. He brings valid arguments. And when he talks about the forge community and how they are supposed like how new forgers are supposed to take new things, he makes a valid point. I always see new forgers or common forgers who've been forging for a long time not able to take criticism. Like they do a certain thing, and yes, it's awesome and sure, it's great, but it's going to screw up gameplay. And if you want your map to succeed anywhere, you have to make sure the gameplay is number one on the list and to understand why things work certain ways. So with that, I understand where he is coming from, and I think he's making amazing points. So without further ado, I want to thank Imarollingstone for being on the channel, being the first forger that I get to showcase. He really is bringing a light to the forge community. And yeah, next week I'm not sure who's going to be on, but I want to thank everybody who has been here on the first video. Unfortunately, I was unable to get a Halo Pro right away. However, I am working so that I can have one for the next time. Thank you guys for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed. this was the first episode of fixing the community and showing the community that these people exist, forgers exist, people who take screenshots exist, websites exist where you can go and get more Halo content. These things exist, guys. I want you guys to know that. That's what all these videos are all about. Just to show you guys that these things exist. And I want to just make sure that you guys know that. So I know it was a long interview, but that was the interview with Imarollingstone. Don't forget to give his maps a download. Check him out. He's a great guy. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Insife, and I'm signing out. Let's fix this Halo community. Hello, everybody. As you guys know, my name is Insife, and this is the final segment. For most of you who don't know, I've actually been doing these like separately, and I know that I've introduced myself at least 18 times in all these clips, and I've said thanks for watching in all those clips. But it's my first time doing this kind of thing, and it's kind of split up, so I kind of have to do it at different parts. But I hope you guys enjoyed all the content. I was unable to get a pro player. The pro player did not answer all the questions. Hopefully he has all the questions answered by next week, so then I can have it for next week. So this week we don't have a pro player, but we have a forger, and this forger's name is Imarollingstone. We have a screenshotter, a Halo screenshotter, who is MB Angel of Death. His Instagram is in the description below. We have a content creator who is Proximitty, and a Twitch caster who is, I'm going to showcase Nated just because Nated deserves it. But I want to showcase Ubernick, who streams on occasion. Ubernick's my main guy. Yeah, Ubernick's, I'm going to showcase his for a Twitch caster who streams all the time. But active is also really good. You know what? I'm gonna choose Ubernick. You'll get another Ubernick and Native. Nader's already in the video later. Now I'm gonna explain for the website. But yeah, active is funny as hell, and Ubernick, you know you're gonna be in next week's video. So yeah, active is an amazing guy. He's funny as hell, and he deserves it. So shout out to Active. He is this week's Twitch caster. And for the website is nated.org, I think it is, or nated.net. Either or. It's in the description below. It's basically just Nated's website. He just talks about himself and who he is and where he's been, and also there's some merchandise there. Once I start getting more bank, I think I'm going to be buying some Nated merchandise, to be honest, because it's pretty cool shirts, and I like to support Nated. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really want to thank everybody this week who knows that they were here and who don't know they were here. Surprise. But yeah, I want to thank all you guys for sticking through, because I know the interview with Imarollingstone was a little bit long. It's like 8 minutes, I think, but he has a very in-depth knowledge about Forge, and it was an honor to have him be able to showcase his thought. The gameplay in the background is just spectating Bino. He's a Halo player of our group, and he's awesome, and he loves pizza, so that's why you see the pizza AR. However, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I want to thank everybody. So I want to thank Imarollingstone, and I want to thank Proximitty for just being a great content creator. I want to thank MB Angel of Death for being probably like the Halo screenshotter of screenshots. It's pretty much there. I want to thank Nated for having an amazing, clean website. I want to thank Active for being such a great Twitch caster. Really, all these people, you know, they make small dents in the Halo community, but they are there. They are there kicking every day. Whether they're forging, whether they're creating content, or whether they are just being them and showcasing that to the world. Anyways, guys, all the links for everybody will be down below. You will see everybody down below. So yeah, I just wanted to wrap it up right here. I'm sorry for the extra long video, but trust me, guys, it is worth it. These people are amazing. I love you all, and I hope to have a Halo Pro next week. I got some big people coming, hopefully, and a lot of good interviews. So, I love you all. I hope to see you guys all next time. Peace.